gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Nancy Sen.
Thank you guys so much for coming out in Boston in November, a season I like to call, why the fuck do we live here? It's been so cold this week. I took my dog for a walk, bagged up his poop, and then cradled it for warmth. Reminded me a lot of like going back to an ex for emotional comfort. You know, keeps you warm, but deep down, you know that's just a bag of shit. Speaking of bags of shit, I am a lawyer, technically. I no longer practice, having perfected it. No, but I went to law. I went to law school for the same reason so many of us did, because we were theater majors, and nobody pays for MILF porn anymore. But a lot of my classmates went on to do some amazing things. They did, like you guys may have heard about this case in Massachusetts. A couple years ago, there was this creep who got caught in a sting operation taking upskirt photos of women on the T. And I went to law school with the guy who did that. That was his crime. Not to brag, went to his wedding. Thought it was weird the photographer was sitting on the ground all night. Mystery solved. But a small update in that case. Turns out Massachusetts High Court overturned his conviction because women in the state of Massachusetts who are fully clothed have no expectation of privacy. So now when I ride the T, I just wear a very short skirt and a merkin screen printed with Ruth Bader Ginsburg's face. Because the law may not protect me, but an ungroomed bush wearing a lace collar. Every single time. Another of my classmates, a guy we'll call Michael Frank, because that's his name. He was best known for being top of our class and for masturbating to completion during class. And you know, they say don't trust a man with two first names, but I think it's more like don't trust a man with holes in his pockets and a resting cum face. Speaking of cum face, I'm a mommy. It's how they're made, relax. All right. I had my kids when I was a little bit older. I was 35 and 38 when they were born. And does anybody know the medical term for pregnancy after 35? Anybody know? Geriatric. There it is, geriatric pregnancy. I actually asked that question at a show recently, and a woman in the front row said old, and her friend said stupid. You know, hurt my feelings, but it's nice to be seen. I don't know, it seems a little unfair, you know, that women of a certain age are out here just spinning semen into demons like some kind of superhero, getting no respect. But men, some men, other men, none of you guys, those guys out there. Their dicks don't work at any age, and we just call that whiskey dick. Which sounds delicious. Sounds like we're out here spinning up a craft cocktail, you know? Oh, you want that whiskey dick straight up or on the cocks? We don't do that for other stuff, you know? Like if you wait till you're 25 to lose your virginity, we don't call that an elderly deflowering. They just called me a loser. My kids are amazing though. They are the best bullies of their mom. I took them to the pool the other day, and my 7-year-old turned around and he was like, Mommy, you look like a teenager today. I was like, oh my God, thank you. And then he said, yeah, it's because you're short and you have a lot of pimples. Broke my twat, now you gotta break my heart, man? Just kidding, he didn't break my twat, that's ridiculous. I had him by C-section. He broke my fupa. His little brother, he broke my twat. Had him in a vaginal birth after C-section, which we call a VBAC for short, which honestly is a terrible name, because after that, you ain't never getting that VBAC. That pretty little indoor pussy you used to have is now a feral outdoor Maine Poon. There's another term you may be familiar with. It's not quite as official, but pregnancy brain, which is meant to suggest that just because a woman gets pregnant, she suddenly becomes incredibly stupid, which is just so alarmingly accurate. When I was pregnant with my youngest, I once drove to work and left my car unlocked and running on the street for 8 hours. And it reminded me a lot of the time I got roofied, because nobody even tried to get inside. And I get it, she's not fresh off the showroom floor. She's no Mustang, but she's kind of a cougar. But I was fortunate, I was very lucky to be able to breastfeed both my babies for a long time. And not only was it an amazing opportunity to nourish and bond with my babies, after a lifetime of creeps yelling, "Show us your tits." Such a power move to finally pull them out in public and make everybody mad. Everybody likes nipples with tassels. Nobody likes nipples with hassles. One thing a lot of people don't know about breastfeeding, actually, is that when you're nursing, the baby saliva actually tells your body what nutrients the baby needs, and your body switches up the whole composition, which is incredible, right? And I cannot help but think, if oral sex worked that way, the world would be full of generous lovers. Yes. If I blew a guy and afterward he was like, I think she needs more macros, some emotional intimacy, and some help with her student loans. Closet full of knee pads. All right? And it works both ways, if he returns the favor, I may feel compelled to observe that he needs a blowjob. I've been Nancy Sen. Thank you guys so much.